Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, welcome and Adab. You are listening to Bharat FM, a one-of-its-kind, multilingual, eclectic provider of entertainment, information and news to Indian Americans. Headquartered in Cincinnati, Ohio, Bharat FM airs shows out of Cincinnati, Chicago and Phoenix. We take pleasure in our ability to cater to your bhakti, chusti, sphurti, shakti and masti needs with our audio and visual shows. Check out bharatfm.com for our online program schedule and archives. I'm sure the content will definitely tickle your senses. Tune in via the 24-hour web streaming on bharatfm.com or via the Bharat FM app. More information can be procured at 513-488-5070.
This is Bharat FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.
ये है भारत FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.
Namaste and welcome to another episode of Connect for a Cause. Today's cause is very dear to me, to my heart. We had in a previous episode on Mother Earth, we had interviewed the founder of Scope Foundation, Dr. Murthy, about how he's working hard to spread awareness on Mother Earth. And today's guest is also doing something very similar. He is making waves with his initiatives on beach cleanups and spreading awareness about proper garbage disposal and taking care of our environment. Please join me in welcoming Jay Shringarpure all the way from India.
Namaskar.
Hello, Namaste Jay. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Vijay.
Thank you so much for taking time off from your busy schedule. I know you are traveling this week, but you still thought this was important enough to take some time out for us. So appreciate that.
Yeah, it was important, Vijaya, because the problem with the ocean is not just in India; it is everywhere. Yeah. So me connecting with people who are from India, understand what the problems are in our country, and we can mutually come to a solution, or if there are some which are better over there in the US or
Friends, please do bear with us. Jay is traveling and he is looks like he is having some connectivity issue. So hopefully he'll be back soon. So we'll continue to listen to Jay and try to learn more about his journey. There he is. Welcome back, Jay.
yeah. Sorry for the disruption, because I am traveling and I am somehow at a place where there is low network, but I hope this network is good enough till the interview.
Sure. We'll try. Go ahead, Jay. So let me ask you, let's start off our conversation by asking you, you started this initiative about 5 years ago, I believe. Is that right?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
before that, tell us a little bit about your background. Are you born and brought up in the Mumbai area? Are you a proper Mumbaiker, as they say?
Yeah, I am born and brought up in Mumbai in a place called Dadar, and longest of time till I was 23 years of age. Then I shifted to Dubai for about 5 years. I was the cabin crew with Emirates. From 2005 to 2010, I was in Emirates. I came back in 2010, and then I started working for Bansali Films as a production executive. And I then started my own production company. We used to do digital ad films. And then since 2017 till now, I am into social work and politics.
So that is a very varied kind of interest that you had and a background that's very interesting to hear about. So I
Yeah,
believe
yeah, yeah,
I believe this all started when you took your 8-year-old daughter to the beach one day, and you saw that she didn't have
yeah,
any
yeah,
place to play. There was no clean beach, right? So what was her reaction to the whole thing, Jay? And how what were you thinking?
yeah, yeah. It's a small story which I want to do. She was 7 years old. In fact, we went to Dadar Beach, which is very close to our place. She wanted to play in the water, but I just couldn't allow her because the whole beach was full of plastic. There was nothing but plastic, and I just couldn't allow her. But that stuck me very badly because since childhood, I went there, and we used to be, as me and my friends used to play at the other beach very often. But my daughter couldn't play that day. That was very traumatizing for me. So I decided that let's do something about it. And next day, me and my daughter went to the other beach, and we just started cleaning the beach. And you'd be surprised that me and my daughter, with some municipal workers, we removed more than a ton of and that's how and that's how the journey started. uh, I just went there again and again and again, and I started posting pictures on social media, and help started coming in, pouring in from everywhere, because we didn't need money at that time. We just needed hands, we just needed volunteers to work over there. So things started. And hello, are you there, Vijaya?
Yes, Jay, we can hear you, but your picture, your video is. Oh, sorry about that. We did lose Jay here in the connection. Hopefully, he'll be back soon. Um, while Jai comes back, and meanwhile, what I'll do is I will show you some pictures of Jay's work because that will give you an idea about everything that Jay does. As you see, we do see Mumbai in the background and Jay with his team of volunteers there. Welcome back, Jay.
Vijaya.
So we were just doing some
Oh,
pictures
okay.
while you lost connectivity. So I'm let's go back to our conversation and we'll continue to look at your pictures.
Okay. So yeah, so me and my daughter went that day, and we started cleaning. And you'd be surprised to know that we, with some 5 or 6 municipal workers over there, we removed more than 1 ton of plastic that day.
Wow. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
tremendous.
So that's how it started. And then again and again, I just went there week on week, and I started posting pictures on Facebook and on Instagram, on Twitter, and then help started pouring in. People started coming in from, corporate employees started joining me, people from, colleges, schools, they joined me, people from around the area joined me. And I'm very happy to tell you that more than 30,000 people have joined the other beach cleanup in these 5 years. More than 30,000 people,
Wow.
30,000 different people. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's amazing. That is really commendable. Hats off to you for starting this, and we have to give a big shout out to all the volunteers. It's not easy for one person to get this done, but you are the force behind this, and we see that so many volunteers have helped you throughout the years, and so really a great job by everybody. A big round of applause for all of you. So, Jay, when you went that day, I'm coming back to the same day that you went to the beach with your daughter. Did you ever think of going and approaching somebody to help you solve this issue before you took matters into your own hands? I'm curious to know what kind of response you got. Were you able to get anyone to help right away?
You know, I before I started, I never went for help. You know, later on, when things, I thought, it is easy that, you just remove the plastic and it is done. It is not that easy, because the sea will throw plastic every time. The problem is with us, because our plastic is going out of our houses. That is why it is landing up in the ocean, and the ocean is just throwing it back. Okay.
Right.
So I started approaching authorities like BMC. It's a municipal corporation in Mumbai. So I started approaching BMC. I also went to the MPCB, which is a pollution control board. I went to them. I asked them for help. They are very supportive. But the problem is the plastic pollution is so much in the sea that, it has to be the government, the people together working on it. And that is when the change will happen.
That is right. So tell us a little bit about the challenges that you've been facing, and then we will move on to talking to you about how the support has been pouring in.
The biggest challenge is, plastic can be recycled. Okay, but the biggest challenge is whatever the sea is throwing, the plastic, it is mixed with sand. And to remove sand from the plastic and to recycle it, it is very, very difficult. That is the biggest challenge in it.
So how have you worked around this? It is not easy, definitely. I mean, I know this. I can tell from my own experience, Jay, that if you go to a place where there's a lot of garbage, you don't even feel like stepping in, right? I mean, that is how most
Absolutely.
of the people are. So how did
Absolutely.
you actually get into it and start cleaning up? As you mentioned, it is not a simple job. It's not as easy as our household garbage, taking care of our household. There's a whole lot of sand as well as other unwanted substances that the sea throws out. So how did you go
Hmm.
about with that cleaning, refining process?
You know what? Till now, we are just taking the plastic, and that plastic is going to the dumping ground. Okay, because the technology over here is apparently not available, but we are trying with the government to get that technology over here in Mumbai or in India, so that this plastic can just go in, get washed, dry, and then get recycled. So we are working on it. Very soon it will happen in India. And when this happens in India, that the problem majorly will be solved, because we believe that banning plastic is not the solution, but recycling plastic is the solution for plastic pollution.
Yes, that is a great thought. Even here in US, we see our children are learning about 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle, right from
Mm,
kindergarten.
mm,
They are learning
mm,
that.
mm,
But
mm,
unfortunately, that awareness is still not as widely spread as we would expect. Especially among the
mm,
grown-ups, I can tell from my
mm,
own personal stories,
mm,
where
mm,
we visit for vacation. We go to beaches, we go to, like, recently I went on a work trip to Orlando, Florida. So all these really famous spots, tourist spots, still don't have recycling initiatives in the places where most people visit, and that is so sad to see. And I am one of those people who would still try to put all the separate all the plastics and paper, the recyclable, bag it up and keep it right next to the garbage rather than just following everybody and throwing it in the garbage. I'll still keep it on the side, thinking, hoping that maybe somebody will take it and separate it out as well. But
mm, mm,
the
mm.
reality is so different, and this is a very unfortunate situation. So what would you like to say as a message to all our viewers when they are visiting places, or even in their day-to-day life, whether it's at work or home? How do you think that they have to approach this?
Segregation of waste is very, very important, extremely important in this. You know, uh, when you separate your dry waste and wet waste, okay, half the problem is solved. Okay, the wet waste can be composted and the dry waste can be recycled. It is as simple as that. So wherever you go, all these places which would make a lot of garbage, like all these tourist places, we should have everywhere. We should have like a wet waste bin and a dry waste bin everywhere. The wet waste can be composted. Somebody, the agency, some government agency can take the wet waste and compost it and probably give it to the farmers or just use it by yourselves. And then there is dry waste, so you can take the dry waste, recycle the dry waste, and again there is money in waste. You can still earn something out of it.
Yeah, I agree. So when you are not seeing that happening in the society, I'm sure you faced quite a few challenges trying to get the system going, right? And of course, at some point, you do need some financial support to get it going. So, how has that
Hmm,
journey
hmm.
been? Have you seen financial support coming in as well?
Yes, of course. See, all these things, when you talk of a beach is very, very big. Okay, so there is a lot of requirement of funds, but the companies in India have been so cooperative. The corporate companies in India, because there is something called as CSR, corporate social responsibility, and these companies who do CSR have been very, very kind to fund us for a lot of things what we do on the beaches.
So, you are receiving government support then for your activities and initiatives?
Hmm. Yeah, there is an agency, a government agency called the MMB, which is Maharashtra Maritime Board. So the Maharashtra Maritime Board have also been very, very kind to us, very, very supportive, because they also understand it is probably, like I told you, it is the people and the government together. If they work, only then the change will happen. Okay, so if we go with a requirement, they are kind enough to help us in any which way what they can help us.
That's great. So, Jay, I did read about a little bit more about you where you were talking about the statewide beach cleanup initiative. I believe that was last year, December 2021. Is that right?
Yes, in
Tell
fact,
us a little
I'll tell you
more
that
about
as I told you that I am also into politics, so I handle the environment wing of one of the biggest parties in Maharashtra called the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena. So our leader, Mr. Amit Sahib Thackeray, he called me once and he asked me that you have been doing Dadar and Mahim Beach, okay, cleanliness. So why don't we just do the whole of Maharashtra, as we have that much of manpower? So I then went on to see. We did a recce of the whole of Maharashtra and all the beaches around in Maharashtra, and we got to know that in Maharashtra there are about more than 95 beaches. Okay, out of which 40 are those beaches wherein people can go and just enjoy themselves, what they can do on the beach. And we did a recce. We understood that the beach, the shoreline is so big that it is 720 kilometers long. And then we made about teams on each and every beach. So we made a committee of 25 people on these 40 beaches. And then this committee now, the committee works on five aspects. It is not just cleanliness. So cleanliness is one aspect. It is cleanliness, the safety of the beach, the beautification of the beach, awareness of plastic pollution. Awareness, as in this committee is responsible to go to schools around colleges and spread awareness. And the fifth aspect is jobs for locals. We want to create jobs for locals who stay near the beach, and the jobs would be we want to make those jobs available on the beach itself. So these are the five aspects which the Maharashtra Maharashtra Navnirman Paryavaran Sena is working on. So this will be a project of about 12 to 14 years from now. So we have started on 11th December. We did a major event wherein we targeted this 40 beaches, and we did a massive cleanup. uh, of We had about 19,600 volunteers doing the cleanup. And we removed more than 70 tons of plastic waste on that day itself.
Wow, that is impressive. I mean, that's amazing. I read somewhere that you had like about 200, you have more than 200,000 volunteers. Was that for the statewide beach cleanup, or was it overall for all the volunteers that have helped you so far over these 5 years? Looks like we may be having another technical or connectivity issue here with Jay. So um, let me go ahead and share a little bit of information with you about Jay. So we are talking to Jay Shringarpure, a young social worker from Dadar, Mumbai, and he has taken the initiative for more than 5 years to clean up the Dadar chowpaty to make it plastic free. He started working alone on his mission initially, and slowly and gradually he has built his team. So there we are. We have Jay back, and let's get back in the conversation. Jay, sorry you're facing connectivity issues today.
In fact, I should be sorry because there is no connectivity over here. I mean, I'm trying my level best, and the hotel has given me the Wi-Fi. However, it's not that great.
No, no, no. Please don't apologize. We understand and we really appreciate that you're still trying your best to keep connected and continue our program. So, we are really interested to continue talking about your journey. So, listening to all this, it looks like it's a full-time job for you, Jay. Is that right? So, are you working
Yeah,
all
it
the
is a
time
full.
on this? Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy. It is a full time because then now that I hello,
Yes, please.
Vijay, are you there?
Yes, go ahead.
Can you hear me, Vijay?
Yes, Jay, please go
Are
ahead.
you there?
Yes.
Okay. Can you come back with the question again? Sorry.
Oh, no problem at all. So I was just talking to you about this being a full-time job for you now, right? It's a lot of dedication, a lot of commitment.
Yes, Vijay. It is a full-time job. It is a full-time job because uh, I, from my place where I stay in Mumbai, okay, I have to travel 7 hours to go to the last beach, which is close to Goa, which is Shiroda. Okay, and then I have to, regularly meet the teams, regularly meet the committee, motivate them, because this job is a very probably a very thankless job also sometimes. You know, so you
Correct.
have to go and motivate the team every time to because they are the ones who will handle the beach. I can't go to each and every beach. I have a committee, I have a team. Okay, so I am here to motivate them so that what I have done on Dadar and Mahim, probably they can do on all the beaches, on the beaches where they belong to.
That's true. That is so true. It's great that you have this big team of volunteers helping you out with this initiative. And they have a great leader as well, as I can tell from your passion that is coming out from all the talk that you're sharing with us here. So, Jay, this since this being a full-time job, it definitely takes time away from your personal commitments, from your family. So, how has your family received it? Has there ever been a moment where, like the melodramatic scenes from our Bollywood movies, right? That bete ko itna padhaya likhaya, abhi kya kar rahe ho? What are you
No,
doing
my
after all this education and all that?
So yeah, I there are times wherein I can't get time to spend with my family. I don't get time to spend with my family. But now what I have started doing is wherever I travel, I try to get my family over there. So that I spend that much of time with them. Now they are with me.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. You should welcome them on the screen then for us. That'll be great to meet your family. I thought you were traveling by yourself. So, Yeah, please do. If they are available, they're welcome to stop by right next to you and say hi to us. We'll be happy to share the moment with them as well. So
Let me just see whether my daughter is here.
yes, 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 sure. So, to the viewers, while Jay is trying to see if his daughter's around, let me tell you that Jay has formed an NGO, Jay Foundation, to support his social cause. And as we just spoke about, he and his team had organized a statewide beach cleanup in December 2021, which covered 40 different beaches across 7 districts in Maharashtra. So this saw an engagement about 200,000 volunteers, is what I'm reading. So he, along with his team, has been engaged in many social and environmental campaigns. Under plastic collection drive, plastic is collected from residential complexes and is sent to recycling centers. Awareness campaigns and sessions are often organized in various educational institutions. Jay has also started serving daily meals to more than 125 laborers and homeless people. This is being distributed ever since the lockdown started due to the COVID 19 virus. This continued till November of last year. So, food and essentials and groceries have been delivered every month, serving thousands of needy people till now. So, this is amazing work, tremendous work, Jay. Congratulations on all your accomplishments. We hope that this great work inspires many more, and we will continue our conversation with Jay. So when your family is available, they are welcome to say hello to us. And how? What about your educational background, Jay? What did you complete your education in?
I have done a diploma in chemical engineering,
Okay,
so I am from an engineering background.
engineering background. So
Yeah,
chemical
my
engineering.
my
Yes.
my, my daughter is here,
Oh,
Vijaya.
hello.
Yeah. One moment.
That's okay.
Hi,
Hi.
Come in this way.
How are
hi,
you? What's your name?
I'm Zara.
Zara. Such a beautiful name for a beautiful girl. How are you, Zara?
Thank you. I'm fine.
You're fine. So I'll have to ask you now because
Zara,
you're
Zara, Zara is a very shy girl, so you'll have to ask her a lot of questions, and she will only answer in yes or no. That's what she
oh
does.
yeah. No, I have a feeling that Zara will be more open with me. So Zara, what do you think of your father's work? Are you proud of him?
Yeah,
Do you go to help him sometimes? How often do you go to help him out?
not sure.
You know,
No.
when she has school, so whenever she has time off, from school, she comes, and whenever we have events, she comes with me for the
That's
events.
awesome. That's awesome. So nice to talk to you, Zara. I hope your father's work is inspiring you as it is inspiring many of us here. Yeah. So hopefully we will have you another time on the program just to showcase about you. How about that? Will you come back?
Yeah,
All
sure.
right, Zara. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing the spotlight with your father.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Zara. So very nice to talk to Zara. I'm sure you are an inspiration for her, Jay. And kudos to your family, your wife, your children, your parents, everybody for supporting you on this journey. It's not an easy one, especially when there is, I would say, any person who is committing their time and their life to a cause as you are. The family support is so essential. So I think that is crucial. So kudos to them as well. And so let us continue our program. We are getting very good comments from our viewers. Zara is so cute, is the latest one. And Jay is doing such a great work. So proud of him and his volunteers.
Thank you,
So
thank you so much.
so thank you, Jay. Thank you. This is a very good, great job. I am displaying as many comments as I can on the screen so you can visit, you can watch the video later and read through them as well. And so we'll continue with talking about your journey. So how did this daily meals initiative start off? Was it because of the COVID situation, and was it from the same NGO that you have formed?
Yes, we have an NGO called Jay Foundation, and Jay Foundation is doing a lot of work for poor and needy. And in fact, that thing started when the COVID hit the world. Uh, in March, there was a lockdown which was announced in India, and everything was shut, and all these poor and needy people who stay in our area are those people who stay on the roads, and they don't have proper shelter. They work outside temples to make flowers and stuff. And since the lockdown started, their business just got hampered. They had no money, no food, no nothing. So we started helping them. We started serving them daily meals. So there were about 125 people who stay on the roadside. And at that time itself, there were some laborers, construction laborers, who came from Bihar and who were there trapped in our locality. They were also the ones who used to come to have the meals. So we used to serve about 125 people every day. So 1.5 years we did that, till the COVID, till we thought that their business is on track, or the ones who never had a job, now they have a job. So once that thing got sorted out, till that time we were serving them every day.
That's an amazing work. So you have now, I believe the COVID situation has become a little better there in India. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. It's much better. It's much better over here.
That's good to hear. What a relief for us as well, because we live far away from India, but our loved ones are there, so we always worry about India. We think about all of you, so it's good to hear every day that the situation's getting better. So I'm glad. Thank you so much for doing all this great work for the needy. It is really inspiring. I hope they are helped further from by others as well, just hearing about your story about how you help them. So this is all really great work that you've been doing. So how now, going back to the financial support that we spoke about earlier, all this work that you are doing, all the time you're spending, it is, many times you when people like us from outside think about it, this may not be paying you as much as a full-time job in a corporate environment or anywhere else, right? So how have you managed that aspect of life where you feel, hey, I'm providing enough for my family, this is good enough? I mean, because I don't know whether the finances are continuous support you're getting is continuous support in terms of finances or not, but there may be people out there who are hesitating to give up their full-time jobs, which are well paying. They are having a decent life, right? They're making a good living, although they are passionate about the environment. They may be passionate about another cause, right? So what message do you have for them? How are you managing it, Jay? Maybe we can learn from your story.
I'll tell you one thing. I will just talk about myself. I will just talk about me. How do I cope up with this? Yes, of course, I don't get paid that much. How my I used to get paid a lot in my earlier job. However, I don't get paid that much. But what keeps me motivated is the respect what I get from people. Every day when I wake up, I get about 10 to 15 messages saying that you're doing a very great job, and that keeps me motivated. Even if I don't earn that much of money, that respect what I get, those compliments what I get keeps me motivated. However, my family is the one, now they are the ones who have been so supportive that their support also keeps me going, and that is how it has worked out.
That's good to hear, Jay. So tell us a little bit more about, were there any moments where you felt, this is why I'm doing it, this is all so rewarding? Are there any of those moments that you've come across or come to mind that you would like to share with our viewers?
You know what? Every day, every time, in fact, every time when I went on the other beach, it was only me who saw that difference. You know, that little bit of difference. Every time it was plastic coming out of the sea, but there was that little bit of difference which I saw every time, and that little bit of difference kept me motivated to make the other beach 90% better to what it was 5 years ago.
That's good to hear. So, how often do you go to Dadar Beach now? Now that you're busy throughout Maharashtra.
No, now it is not just the other beach; it is the whole of Maharashtra. Okay, so I have to travel every day. You know, every day I am going to some or the other beach, trying to motivate that team. Every day I travel. Every day I have to travel and go to some or the other beach to motivate those people to get things worked out. As I told you, that we are working on those five aspects, which is not just cleanliness. So we are, trying to get toilets, washrooms, and changing rooms in on each and every beach of Maharashtra. So we are trying to get that done with the government and with the corporate companies together. So this is what we are working on.
That's great. So, how is the plastic reducing efforts going on, and what can you tell us a little bit more about that initiative? I believe you have been working with a group that go to residential areas to collect plastic. Am I right? Can you please
Yeah,
elaborate a little
yeah,
bit?
yeah. When we started doing the other beach cleanup, a lot of people came in and they said that there has to be a solution for this problem. So we thought that the solution starts from your home. If your plastic from your house doesn't go out, there'll be no plastic on the shores. Yeah. So we started collecting plastic from households. So now at this time, from Bandra, an area in Mumbai, from Bandra till Parel, we collect plastic from a lot of societies, big societies from this area. Every month, I guess more than 5 tons of plastic is recycled from our foundation.
So, we are going to share some pictures of your work, Jay. So, if you would like to add on anything else, then you're welcome to while the video is
Sure.
going on and the pictures are being shared. Okay, so just give me a second. There you go, viewers. You are seeing Jay in action here. There were many, many more to choose from, but we have just picked a few for you to see. And you will see the beautiful Mumbai in the background, the cities, whereas so much of filth and so much of garbage is still around the beaches. And thanks to Jay and his group of volunteers, that the beaches are getting cleaner throughout Maharashtra. As we see, young and old alike are helping out Jay. So, are those people in the orange vests the BMC workers, Jay?
Yeah. They are the municipal workers.
Okay. How often do they actually come in to clean up the beaches?
They do. They come every day. The municipal workers have to work every day. However, the municipal workers are very few. On a 3 kilometer stretch, we only have 25 people working, which is very less. We
Wow.
need a lot of people because the plastic on the beaches of Mumbai have actually gone inside the sand. Like if there's a small milk bag, a lot of plastic goes inside the milk bag. Sorry, a lot of sand goes inside the milk bag, and it
Right.
gets stuck. That is the problem. So we need a lot of helping hands. That is where we get a lot of people. At a time we have more than 100, sometimes 200 people doing that, but we still need a lot of people working on the beach.
Yeah, and then all this has been collected over the years, right? So it is not a small task. So
Of course. It is not. It is not.
Yeah. So, Jay, tell us a little bit more about the school children here and in the previous picture.
I do a lot of I do a lot of awareness camps, awareness sessions in schools, and especially in municipal schools. So I just give them an idea about the plastic pollution and how we can deal with plastic pollution. I generally go to schools and give these kind of sessions to them, so that
Nice.
I believe that so yeah. So I believe that these are the children are the ones who will take this forward. Okay, whatever plastic pollution has happened in India started from the 90s. Okay, in the 90s it just got the boom. Okay, now from the 90s it is us who have done the pollution. Okay, but now if we give a good awareness to these children, just one moment, yeah.
That's okay. No problem.
Yeah. So I just believe that if we give awareness and we give that words of wisdom to these children, okay, they will take that forward. They if whatever we have done, okay, they also do. The world will be a very bad place, a very very bad place.
Apologized, viewers. We are having some technical difficulties here. So the program is having a few issues going on, but let us continue talking to Jay. And we had to stop the video because of the issues, but we will show that to you once again in just a few moments. So that is wonderful to hear that you are inspiring the next generation to take on this great work, to continue what you've been doing. And we have a couple of questions for you, Jay, from our audience members. So one of them is, were there ever moments when you felt you have to just give up everything, just go find a lucrative corporate job, perhaps? Any disappointing moments for you, Jay, in your mission?
I wouldn't call them disappointing moments, but yes, a lot of times, the initial times when I started giving my time to this and I was not working, I of course I went through some financial issues, and that that there was a lot of demotivation because I was not earning from what I am doing. Okay, but when I started an NGO, when I actually got everything under uh, under one roof, okay, if when I got everything aligned, okay, and then when I started working as an NGO, as an institution, then things started going my way.
So having an NGO helped you then in many ways.
Yes, yes.
That's good. So, what advice would you give, Jay, to people who want to help out but they don't have too much time due to work or family obligations? That's another question from our audience.
You know what? I just believe that everyone should just look into their homes. Okay, it is very very simple. Just segregate your waste first. Segregate your waste. I think in the US you have a lot of space. You have gardens, small gardens. You can, whatever wet waste you have, you can compost that wet waste. Whatever dry waste you have, you can recycle that dry waste. Okay, this is the only if we can come to this solution, just segregation and then recycling, composting, major 90% of problem will be solved.
Correct. Also, just to answer that question, it is really about prioritizing, right, in life. I mean, if you give enough importance to your mission, then I believe you end up making time for it somehow. And also, as you mentioned, the family will support you seeing the great work and the great results that are happening. So I believe you somehow end up balancing that you're carrying on with your mission, with your work or family or any other obligations and commitments. So, Jay, you're a great role model, very great example for a lot of youngsters who may be watching here. We have children watching as well. So, this is wonderful to just look at all the pictures, hear about your story. We will not stop unless the other beach is completely plastic free. And I believe you're saying that now to the whole of Maharashtra. That is wonderful.
Yes,
And we see that you do have partners who are helping you out in your journey.
yes.
There was a question whether government is helping you in your mission.
So
One of
yeah,
the questions.
this tempo, what you see over here has been given
Yeah.
to us by the DG Shipping, which is a government agency for shipping. So they had come for a beach cleanup once, the whole team of DG Shipping, and they asked me that how can we help you. So I said, I have been collecting plastic from households, and I don't have a tempo to collect it. Okay, I have been hiring the tempo. So they said that they'll sponsor the tempo, and that is how we got a tempo. And now because of the tempo, as I told you, every month we recycle more than 5 tons of plastic just because of that tempo. Because that tempo collects the plastic from households and it gives for recycling.
That's
So
wonderful.
once that help from somebody has helped the environment. So it is always like that. I am just a medium. If somebody helps me, I help somebody.
That's amazing, Jay. I think there are good people out there. There are good organizations out there who would like to help you out. It is about taking that first step, taking the next step, then the next step after that, right? Keep on
True,
going, I
true,
believe.
true,
And
true,
then the
true.
help pours in. So
Yes,
how does
absolutely. As you said that, uh, when you said good people, the world is made of good people. The world is not made of bad people. There are very, very few bad people, and there are more good people, and that is how the world runs. Once you do something good, a lot of good people come and help you.
That's a great sentiment to share with our viewers here. I agree. I think we have to have those positive thoughts and we have to keep going on our mission. I had to pause at this particular picture because all of us Indians watching here can note that there is Lord Ganesha in all this garbage, and that really is heart wrenching.
It
Can
is
you
very, very
tell us
hard.
a little bit more about that? Is that probably as a follow up on like cleanup
It,
after
this is this
Ganesha
is
festival?
this is one of the problems in India. The all the Ganesh murtis are made of POP, which is plaster of Paris, and the plaster of Paris, it generally doesn't degenerate in the waters. It takes a lot of time uh, for it to get degenerated over there. So we go through a lot of problems because in our rituals, it is the Ganesh murti has to go in the sea, but the sea throws it back, and it is very, very heart wrenching, very, very heart wrenching to see these idols in very, very bad state.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I generally don't talk about it because it is something which you can't do much of. You can't just go when you stay in India, you can't go against religion, and it somehow makes you stand in a position wherein you can't do much. You're just audience to whatever is happening.
Correct. Yes. But again, there are different materials that are being used in India as well now.
Of course, of course, of course. What happens is, there is we of course a lot of people make mud idols, but what happens is in India they make a lot of big idols as well, and those big idols have to be made of POP. That is
Right.
the problem.
Right. So
But
that was
since last 2 years, the government of Maharashtra have, since the COVID started, and they didn't want a lot of people coming on the beach for the immersion. So they came to a clause, and that the idol has to be only 4 feet, maximum 4 feet long.
Yeah, I mean, I really just wanted to point out that that is one of the many problems that happen with the basic um, way that we run our daily lives, right? Whether it is a Ganesha festival, whether it is on a day to day, how we are managing our garbage and disposal, collectively they form a huge issue that becomes a huge issue, and each of us are contributing in one or the other way for this. So that is all I wanted to just point out, that next time you have a festival, please be aware of what you are doing, what are you using, what materials are you using, where are you dumping everything, where are you disposing of everything, are you segregating, as Jay mentioned. Please be aware of all this, and also on a day to day basis, right? Every day we have to try and keep our waste and our recycling separated, try to dispose them off in a better way. When you're going out on beautiful vacations to the lovely beaches, please try to do your part as well, right? Wherever we are, whether we are in our home base or whether we are traveling, I think we can all listen and remember Jay's message, and we have to continue to do our part, right, Jay? Do you have to add
Yes.
anything else, Jay, for all our viewers?
I just believe, that the idol, big or small, it has to be, the idol has to be big in your heart.
Correct.
It doesn't have to be big in front of you. So this is what I believe in. Okay, just get the smallest of idols at your house, because it is only the belief. Okay, the one in your heart has to be big, not in front of you.
That's true, Jay. That is true. That is an amazing message for all of us here. So as we are getting closer to the end of our program, I would all once again like to congratulate you on the wonderful work that you've been doing, and also all the volunteers that have helped you out so far, who are continuing to work to help you out. You guys are all doing an excellent job. You are an inspiration to all of us, whether we are in India or US or any part of the world. You are doing such a wonderful job. Please continue to keep posting us on the updates, the great work that you're doing. So anybody watching you today, Jay, if they want to follow your work, if they want to contribute to you in any way, whether it is hours, whether it is monetarily, in any other kind of support, how can they contact you, how can they follow you, if you don't mind sharing something about that?
Okay, my name is Jay Shringarpure. As you can see on the screen, you can connect me with this name on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. I also have a website on my name, so you can get in touch with me on the website. My number is 9820221783. If you want to get in touch with me on this number, I can repeat, 9820221783. And if you want my email ID, it is jayshringarpure1@gmail.com.
So there you go, viewers. You got the complete contact information about Jay. And this video is going to stay in our playlist, in our repository forever. So anybody who is watching this video, if you would like to contact Jay, you have all the information out there. And also, please do continue your support to Jay, and as well as the many such Jays in the world, right, who are working for different causes of their own. Please continue to do what you can do. We have another beautiful comment here for you, saying you are so humble and so inspiring. This is from
Thank you.
one of from our editor in chief at Bharat FM. She lives in Singapore, and she says, next time I go to Dadar Beach, I will think of Jay's amazing work. So I think all of us, when we go to any beach, we have to think about what Jay is doing. If there is garbage, try to dispose it in the right way. Try to do what you can. And as a parting shot, I just wanted to show the videos, show the pictures once again, because a picture is worth 1,000 words. Just to show all the humble, great work that you are doing. This is wonderful, Jay. And also, there is a beautiful picture in the end of the video as well, which I think will be very will make us all very happy. So let us continue watching the video. While we are doing that, please do follow Jay on social media. Continue to support him. Give him your compliments. As he mentioned himself, he feels happy seeing these comments coming in from his supporters. And once again, kudos to your family. Thank you for sharing a few moments with Zara. Thank you for allowing us to share a few moments with Zara. And thanks to your wife, your children, your family who have been so supportive, because you are not just working for yourself, not just working for your family, not just for Dadar now. You are slowly becoming an international inspiration. So this is wonderful to have you on our program today, Jay. So as a parting thought, if you have anything else, any other message for especially our youngsters, our children who are watching you today, please do share, Jay.
I just want to share this thing, which I always write on my write-ups, which is beautiful minds inspire. Please be that beautiful mind who inspires everybody to make this world a very, very better place and nice place to live.
Nice. That was wonderful message. And here you go. That was the picture I was talking about. Although we saw Ganesha's idol in around with not so beautiful environment. Here we are seeing Jay right next to Lord Ganesha and a beautiful, beautiful environment. So let us continue to have this kind of beauty in our mind, and let's keep what Jai just mentioned, the message in our mind, and let's continue our great work in whatever way we can. I would also like to just mention as my own personal story, just so you know that anybody can make a difference, anybody, and all of us can make a difference. So I just wanted to say that when I was pregnant with my last baby, this was a couple years ago, and I was not even able to walk properly. I had a belly full of baby and waddling around to work, getting into the office building. And what do I see in my new place, workplace? There was no recycling. And being an environment lover, I did not like that. So I was like, let me do my part. I kept a carton box right next to the trash and started putting in all the recycling materials in that carton box, and just took a simple printout and put it on top of that, said, hey, recycle goes here. And we saw that over the days, over the weeks, people actually liked that and they started putting in recycle. But we did not have a collection at all because that cost more money. And so maybe the company was not able to provide for that. So what I did was I started taking that home and then disposing it into the recycle container in my home. So that is how I started it. And believe it or not, all my colleagues came in and helped me, and as they saw, like, maybe they were feeling pitiful, seeing a pregnant woman working hard recycling while they were not. But hey, my mission was accomplished. My colleagues started helping out, contributing. As Jay mentioned, once you start, there are people, good people around you who want to help you out. So everybody started pouring in, and when I went out on maternity leave, or as I was getting close and I was not able to do this anymore, I took out that board. I said, sorry, no more recycling collection, because I couldn't do it anymore. But guess what? The next day, someone came, took that board off, and they continued what I was doing, even in my absence. So they continued the recycling collection. They continued taking it to their homes and they disposed. So that is how I think beautiful minds and beautiful thoughts, beautiful actions are contagious, are inspiring. So thank you, Jay, for sharing your story with us today. I just wanted to give a small example of how me not having much support, I just did this for myself. So please, everybody, I hope you've got inspiration from Jay's story, and I hope you will do your part as well. Thank you so much, Jay, for joining us today. And we will be concluding our program today. If you have anything else to share, this is your time. All right, friends, looks like we are having again another connectivity issue with Jay. But thank you so much for staying on and watching this program with us. I would like to say thank you to Usha Venkatraman for recommending Jay. She worked with Jay for the World Environment Day in 2019. So Jay and Usha ji worked together, and she said, I highly recommend Jay to you. You should interview him. So, and that is why. So we just have Jay back here. So I'm just going to say thank you once again. I was saying that
Thank
Usha
you
ji
so much,
recommended.
Vijay. Thank you so much.
Yes, so appreciate you joining us, although you're traveling, Jay. Hope to have you again on our program, and our best wishes to you on this journey.
Thank you. Thank you so
May you have more Jay, as your name says.
much.
All right. Take care, Jay.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Friends, if you liked our program, please continue to watch us every first Saturday of the month and last Saturday of the month for my programs on Bharat Media. It's the same link every time. Just go to YouTube, Bharat FM on YouTube or Facebook, and we'll have the live telecast right there. And please connect with me on my page on Facebook or social media. Stay tuned with Vijaya. You can follow me there. You can connect with me. Please give me guest recommendations. And if you'd like to sponsor my program, you're most welcome to do that. I would like to have more such wonderful, inspiring guests to whose stories I can share with you. Thank you once again for joining in. To all the participants, all the viewers from around the world, I thank you. Please stay happy, stay healthy, continue doing your great work, inspiring each other. Let's continue this inspirational journey. So stay tuned with me once again, the first and last Saturday of every month, 9 a.m. Eastern, which is 7:30 p.m. India time. Good night, especially to Mumbai. Good night, India, and have a great rest of the day to all the viewers from around the world.
This is Bharat FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.
ये है भारत FM.
बजेगा भारत झूमेगा भारत.
Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, welcome and adab. You are listening to Bharat FM, a one-of-its-kind, multilingual, eclectic provider of entertainment, information and news to Indian Americans. Headquartered in Cincinnati, Ohio, Bharat FM airs shows out of Cincinnati, Chicago and Phoenix. We take pleasure in our ability to cater to your bhakti, chusti, sfurti, shakti and masti needs with our audio and visual shows. Check out bharatfm.com for our online program schedule and archives. I'm sure the content will definitely tickle your senses. Tune in via the 24-hour web streaming on bharatfm.com or via the Bharat FM app. More information can be procured at 513-488-5070.